stars up in the sky, and I feel like I can reach them with my fingertips. I'm closer than I've ever been before. This feeling is new, but I'm so sure I'm exactly where I'm meant to be right now. I'm attracting everything.
Peace and beautiful greetings, y'all. Welcome back to Building with Queen. I am Queen Brittany, here to bring you your building steps for a successful life. Y'all, I done showed up again. Okay? First of all, this week just been one of them weeks, okay? And I am here. I have shown up. You know, I gotta be grammatically correct. But in my way of saying, I done showed up again, honey, and I'm proud of that. Because it was a challenge for me to show up this week, but I'm here. And I am ready to dig into the second agreement. So last week we started on the first agreement, right? And I'm doing a 5-video series on the fifth agreement by Miguel Ruiz, okay? This is like a handbook that leads you to a spiritually peaceful and what I would call a successful life. Once you have obtained peace, that is what I would consider to be a successful life. So let's get into it. The second agreement this week, okay? The second agreement states, and y'all gonna love this one, because this one it hits like it's a broad spectrum. And just I also want to say, going into this video, before I dig in deep, I'm asking that if you're watching with me, right, that you listen with an open heart and understanding. And however this resonates for you, you embrace it in a way for you. Now, you might go back and want to talk to your friends about this, or maybe your friends have seen this video as well, and they want to talk about it with you. But how it resonates for somebody else may not be. So I want you to listen today with an open heart, because the second agreement states to not take anything personally. And there are so many areas in life that this needs to be or should be applied to in the second agreement. Now, I also want to say these agreements are not agreements you're making with me, because building is all about building successful steps for yourself. So these are agreements that you need to be able to make with yourself, right? You need to be able to make these agreements with yourself, because the only way you could really be successful for yourself is to be self-motivated, and you have to just really care about yourself enough to commit. I've talked about that before. The whole self-love and growth process is all about being able to commit to yourself. So when we're talking about these agreements, I clearly want you to be making these agreements with yourself, okay? Second agreement, don't take anything personally. And what does that mean exactly? Let me say this. I'm an Aries, and a lot of Aries make excuses for their behavior because we're naturally aggressive. And I can be honest to say that is not okay. All of us are here on a journey to find balance, right? So if you're an aggressive person, then your goal is to try to work through discovering self enough to know how to be in control of your emotions in a way that you can deliver them without being aggressive or it coming off angry, right? So, not taking things personally. You get fired from a job. They understaff. Now you hate this job. For example, you having that aggression towards hating this job for letting you go brings up two things for me. For one, it's very much so possible that you desire better for yourself. And now you're manifesting better for yourself by this job letting you go, freeing you, so you can go and into what's better for you in open arms, right? Or it could be that God just wants better for you. Whatever it is, there's a flow of something happening. But a lot of times when we're not emotionally mature, we'll take this thing and we'll hate this job. And because we hate this job or we're angry with this job, it causes a bitterness inside of us. And that builds trauma in your body. So this is a great primary reason of why you shouldn't take things personally. For one, if something doesn't work out for you, it's because it's not what's best for you. And we have to come to that comprehension to know that God loves you. The universe loves you, or you love you enough to desire and want to continue to grow. You know, in each stage in life, as you continue to build, you see things and you want different things and you want better things for yourself. But in order for you to get those things in a peaceful way without taking all the trauma and the baggage with you, then you let things go with grace and acceptance and believe that there's a stronger force working for your higher good. So when things start going wrong in our lives, we can't take things, or we shouldn't take things personally, because life is always working for us. The longer we're angry about it, the longer we're resistant about it, the longer we're bitter about it, the longer we stay in the cycle of having to learn the lesson. And until you get the lesson, it won't change. You know how you cycle through these lessons, you embrace them with gratitude and appreciation, because no matter what it is that you went through, there's something to be learned. And that something to be learned is preparing you for what's next. Trusting yourself to know that you have a divine power to continually manifest for yourself. So as you're speaking, things are unfolding. So things start to shift. Another thing I want to hit, taking things personally from other people. Now, let's dig into this, okay? Because I just want to offer a perception that kind of opens your mind up a little bit. So I need you to just ride with me for a minute on this, okay? Just ride with me with an open mind and an open heart. We were all raised differently, okay? No matter even if you were raised in the same household, every single one of us perceived our upbringing differently. And understand that all of us have different perceptions, different likes and dislikes, different opinions, okay? We live in a world where there are other people in it. And a part of getting past the challenges with people is just coming to that perception alone. Everybody experiences life differently. Everybody perceives things differently. You might link up with some like-minded people, but nobody is going to think and feel and perceive exactly the same all the time. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic to expect people to think like you. And with that being said, when somebody says something to you ignorant, derogatory, when somebody does something to you that you feel is unloyal or disrespectful or something that you would never do, boy, we grab that shit and we hold on to it. Like, that's the kind of hurt that human beings hold on to. We hold on to our bad experiences with people more than anything. And for why? Because they think differently than you, because they live differently, experience differently, perceive differently. What if I told you that in most cases, nobody is really wrong? What if there was an idea that there was no such thing as right and wrong. In the spirit, there's light and there's dark. But is there really such thing as right and wrong? Because we could get into strong debates about what sis feels is right compared to what I feel is right. Raised totally different. But does that make either one of us wrong? Absolutely not. If somebody is being nasty to you, that is a them thing. People reflect on the outside how they deal with themselves or whatever they have going on the inside. Just think about it. Somebody wakes up, they having a shitty ass day. Either they mad they ain't got no man or woman, or they pissed with they man or woman, or whatever. They ain't getting no sex, or things ain't going right in their life, so they just upset. And as they going through their day, more shit is continuing to happen to make them more upset because they already started in that energy. You know what? I wish I was interacting this on a live right now, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to you how it's coming to me. I'm going to give it to you how it's coming to me while it's flowing, because I need you to get this. I need you to get this. Never take offense to other people's behavior and way of being. It has absolutely nothing to do with you and absolutely everything to do with them and how they feel. Now, I, just like anybody else, have done things to hurt somebody's feelings. But I, for one, can personally say most of my life, once I became an adult, it was never with the intention to be mean or to be spiteful. Every single time that I acted out in aggression, it was because I felt hurt or attacked, but it was all based on how I felt on the inside, on my perception, what I was thinking. That was me. It's not, we are our reaction, okay? And this is how you learn to deal with yourselves. It's okay to say everybody's not for you. I'm not saying deal with people's bullshit. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. But what I'm offering is a way for you to be more accepting of the flow of life so you can move on in peace. Because every time you try to take that anger and that bitterness with you, it just keep following you. And you keep manifesting that shit over and over. And who really got time for that? Nobody on the earth really wants bullshit happening in their life all the time, manifesting things that cause them pain and to cause them hurt and to cause them anger. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to feel good. And this is how you do it. Second agreement. Don't take anything personally. If somebody does something that just is not a fit for you, you say, you know what? Hey, they opinion, they way of thinking don't fit for my way of thinking. They way of living don't fit for my way of living. I can just release that person and just move on in love. They just not for me. Like, there's just going to be some people for us, and there are going to be some people that are not. Now, if they were in your life at one time, they were there for a purpose. And then maybe now that purpose is served. That time is up. It's over now. So now you can release them, because wherever you going next, it's not meant for them to go. If you feeling some type of way about this, let it go. And just let them be them, live in their way of thinking, and you be you. And enjoy your happiness and embrace your joy and be in your faith and believe that somebody and something loves you to a greater magnitude. You have more to look forward to. You have better to look forward to. Just because people don't always blend and mix for you, just because somebody feels some type of way about you, just because your way is not their way and y'all don't align anymore, or never aligned in the first place, or just don't align right now, that's okay. That's okay. Because peep this. This self-love journey is really about feel-good moments and learning how to attract and how to appreciate and sit in feel good moments, how to make decisions for feel good moments. So let's think about it. Think about how you feel when somebody offends you or does something that emotionally hurts you and you stay angry about it. Think about how that feels. Now, take a deep breath and try to let that thing go for a second, okay? Now come back to me right here. After you do that, I'm going to give y'all 5 because I want you to take a deep breath and let go of that. Accept that thought of how it feels. Breathe it out and let it go. Now let's get into it. Think about how it feels for somebody to do something to offend you or to hurt you emotionally, and you take your personal power and make a decision on if this person works for you or not. And then say you decide this person works for you. Like, you know what? This is how they feel. You could feel like they're having a moment. I'm not going to take offense to what they have to say. That's they reflecting how they feel. That's them. I have nothing to do with that. How does that feel? Or what if you don't want them in your life? I take no offense to this. This is how they feel. This is their way of being. This is their way of thinking. This is their way of living. And this is how they choose to. And even though it's not like mine, I can respect that and realize that they are not for me. And I can just move on in grace because how they operate have absolutely nothing to do with me. Nothing. Those thoughts feel good. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to shift your way of thinking into grace. What's most important about all of this is when you do this, you now are taking another wall down that blocks you from the flow of things that you want to receive in your life. Because I know it's a life that you desire. I know it is, or you wouldn't even be here right now, okay? You're knocking another wall down. You're no longer taking things personal. You're embracing the flow of life. You're having faith and trust in God. And you're believing that everything happens for a reason. People are who they are, has absolutely nothing to do with you. And you can take that with grace and wake up the next day and start fresh again in peace and dropping bags and wait. If you triggered and you feel some type of way, that's you. Find out why you're triggered and deal with that. And move accordingly, but take nothing personal, because life want to give you what you want, okay? Especially if you've been putting out a lot of good energy intentionally. Don't let hurt feelings keep you from, I'm doing good, I do good, I have good intentions for people. Why this not working with me? Because you resisting. You're resisting the flow of life. Roll with it. Make healthy decisions for yourself. Choose what feels best for you and have faith. Take nothing personal. This is a journey. We are here to experience. We are here to learn. But we can let go of emotional trauma so we can have heaven right here on earth. You don't have to wait till you die to get your peace. That's a lie. You don't. You can have heaven right here on earth just by deciding to choose the life that you want, by choosing how you think, choosing how you process your feelings, choosing how you want to react to things, practicing those things and working towards them. Take nothing personal. Life loves you. People love you. Somebody loves you. God loves you. Your ancestors, they love you. The universe loves you. There is somebody, believe me, you love you. So love you enough to free yourself from that so you can have grace with yourself. Because that's all you're doing. This is your peace of mind. Take nothing personally. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Second agreement, take nothing personally. And I'm looking forward to next week, y'all. And I know my music's slow, but I'm gonna do a little shoulder bounce like this. Cause I came here and I feel like I conquered. And I believe you gonna conquer too. Peace, love, and light, my people. Namaste.
I'm exactly where I'm meant to be right now. I'm attracting everything I need. Taking every day like every breath I take. Manifesting all that is in me.